What's up, everybody? We are live. We got a new mic. I don't know if it's better. Just figured we'd get on, mess around, test out the new equipment. It's Friday night, so Serbo is, I guess, overwhelmingly laggy. You guys haven't bothered, check out some of the last videos. I did the announcement about a giveaway I'd like to do hopefully next week. So if I can, I'm going to try to get the video done this week for that, and schedule the giveaway stream, so that way I can give everybody a heads up and time to work with that. I'll get logged out. So for today, picked up some work orders the other night. I'm gonna go check out the work orders. If you don't know what the work orders are, there's NPC work orders and there are player work orders. And right now we're logging over to our food bank, see what kind of stuff he has on him. I think we need some crab meat, and I'm pretty sure he had some over here. So yeah, we're gonna get some work orders going today. I have not done them before. We'll run out and show you guys where the work orders are. I gotta go to the other bank. Ooh, we have a, I don't know if he's got it. Yeah, alright, so we got a weekend bonus. What is this? Feel peaceable. Bonus travel speed. You sprint faster out of combat, and so far, just a little bit around I've done. This thing's pretty cool. A lot of people are talking about surveying, which I do not have yet. Something I want to do. I'd like to do soon. Just have not. Oh, you know what? All this stuff's in the bags. Yeah, so we got some crab meat. That's it. So I'm gonna transfer some of this stuff over. So we got work orders for, oh man, look at his, oh, come on, camera. There we go. Oh, dude, don't, damn. There we go. This guy looks like Green Arrow. How cool is that? That is pretty neat. Yeah, I may even do some UI shots for the devs tonight. They had been asking about getting non-UI and even combat UI shots too, but I'd like to maybe work on that a little bit, get a couple new things. So as we're out exploring, if I see something that's cool, we may go ahead and make a note. Matter of fact, get my notes out. And yeah, so we got to transfer over crab, and then what is it? There's something else with one of the work orders I have that we have to do. Is it parasol mushrooms? Well, anyways, we need spore bombs to make whatever it is, which I need to use one of the mushrooms. I think it's, yeah, I'm not sure it's one. I'll just throw these in there just in case it's one of these and I got it wrong. Yeah, what is this? Mycena, I think. Okay, maybe that's, yeah, see, it's one of those two and I just don't remember. And then femurs, we're going to need femurs, so we'll go ahead and start with that. Bottle of milks. I'd like to sell these. So, one of the dudes, Terris, well, again, I'm people because I don't actually know he's a dude or not, but Yeah, joined up on the last stream. Kept me company, and he's talking to me through Discord right now. He's probably not gonna make the stream tonight, but he's back over. Tell him I'll check that out later. I'll check. Sounds awesome. FYI, I posted a link and comment in my stream for people to check it out. All right, so ooh, back to the game. Yep, okay, we're on. Venison, meat, milk. Damn it, what was that? Yeah, I don't remember. There's something else, but not bone meal. Oh yeah, the brain bug stuff, the cranium powders. So let's go ahead and log back over. Check this out. And no desktop audio. So how's my mic sound? I did a quick check, but seemed like everything was nice. Didn't seem like there's a lot of background noise, so I'm so far happy with this mic for what it is. Well, I can't say that, but try not to go crazy and put too much money into everything. And I do actually have another condenser mic I bought, it's a whole setup, but yeah, that thing's gonna probably take me a while to get it all up and running and fixed and figured out. And I got a new Yamaha mixer that's on its way in, and a 5.1 Logitech surround sound, so I'm gonna get all that stuff kind of hooked up and running and operating properly before I start messing with that stuff. So come on, are you kidding? I am. Yeah, I'm stuck. But check this guy. This guy's got a trombone. Is that a trombone? Well, I'm not moving anywhere. Son of a bitch. Let's try this. Log out and back in. I don't know if this thing does this to me. I may just go play Wild West online. Oh, there we go. Just quick log out and log in. There's our stuff. All right, we're going to check our work orders here in our bag. Come on, bag. There you go. Work order, cooking boiled crabs. So we need boiled crabs. We got our crabs. Thin cranium lotions. Yeah, the thin cranium lotion is what we need. The cranium powder. And parasol flakes, which is parasol mushrooms. And then strange dirt. Parasol that's below this. Parasol, here we go. I knew it was one of the common ones. And then femurs and crab. So, yeah, dirt. Try to figure out where our dirt is. I'll go ahead and post this up in Discord real quick. And I think I'm also in the Discord. Yep, still in Discord. Post up in the forum. Don't really have to have that on. Just leave that same thread open and bump it, I guess. I mean, there's no... yeah, I probably should just make one that I can bump. That one's got a little too much info in it. So, alright, well, anyways, back to our laggy serval. So our work orders here. We got 3 of these work orders. I wonder. Okay, so the work order says this recent work order requests the following: deliver 10 femurs to Fitz the boatman on Serval docks. Reward 76 councils. And then it has note from orderer: any old femurs will do, but please make sure they're clean. You have not memorized this work order recently, and I don't know what that means. It looks like all these go to Fitz the boatman, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll just do what we can here, and then we'll go ahead and take them out to the boatman. So that's where you pick these up at. Man, this camera's getting on my nerves. So cranium powder, strange dirt, and I'll have to check. It's boiled crabs. Alright, so we got these spore bombs. You get 2 of those. Yeah, so we just gotta check Alchemy for thin. Little crabs. Thin cranium lotions. So thick and thin. There we go. Thin cranium lotions. Boost maximum power by 10 for 60 minutes. Which, as far as a buff, man, that might not be too bad. So, I don't know. Might as well make what we got. What's the thick do? 20. That's even better. Potent Spore Bomb, which I'm assuming requires a higher level in mycology than what I have so far, so probably ain't gonna worry about that tonight. So thin lotion, how many did we need? 10. So we need 10 thin lotions, so we need 10 spore bombs, spider webs, and waters. Man, I'm gonna have to give them my water, so essentially this stupid thing's gonna cost me, yeah, 100 gold, because I'm still buying waters from Terris. So alright, well, it is what it is. Oh, and then just to mention, so the whole reason I'm doing these work orders is I'm going to just confirm, but as far as I know, in order to raise your industry, you have to do work orders. So I'm pretty sure the NPC ones are the main route to doing that. I'm not sure if the player work orders actually give you the industry credit or not, but yeah, we'll find that out. So I'm trying to figure out the cranium powder. There's something else that I needed with the cranium powder. Basic spore bombs. Yeah, I'm not going to do them all, but soon 10, 2, 4, 6, 8. I wish you could put a number in there. That would be convenient. Someone came and hung out and didn't like what they had to see. Oh, man. Yeah, I'd imagine this game's a little tough. Or it's going to be real tough for me to get people to actually want to participate in live streams without doing something that's like super engaging. Which, just in general, maybe running dungeons or something. I might switch up once I get a group of guys that are pretty solid with stuff like that. Try to do more of that stuff. So we got our mycology, we're gonna do our alchemy, we're gonna thin cranium. So we gotta get some waters and spider webs. Let's go ahead and get water and spider cam on. Let's see if he's got them. Cotton. Oh, Marta's got them. Oh my god. Pretty sure I got my animation turned on. You know, in all honesty, everyone, when I first logged in, was trying to test a new mic and stuff. I heard people just complaining about lag, and other than normal servo lag, I haven't really noticed that. Oh, look at that, more femurs. The brain book. Man, I really gotta figure out what the heck I was doing with that. I know I was using it to do the cranium powder for leveling, but I don't know if there's any additional use for it other than turning the brains and the lobes into the mantis up north of Cerbul for randomly enchanted stuff. I don't know, I did it once or twice and just got total crap out of it, so pretty much just quit wasting that and just made the cranium powders. Which maybe, yeah, no. Yeah, that's it. So, alright, we need 10 of these. So we need 10 waters. Ah, damn. Where's our waters? Our empty bottles. Empty bottles. I think it's a Rancid song, Empty Bottles. Oh, there we go. There's our waters. Oh, we have plenty of juice. More milk. Yeah, I need to... Well, I'd like to sell the milk, but I'd like to also make the speed potions, which I don't need to this weekend, obviously. But at some point, for sure. So, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have those. I might have to give them away. And now we need femurs. We need a few more femurs, 5 more femurs. And what exactly is this? Oh, the word of power. Yeah, that's right. Hey, you know what I didn't notice? If our mycology increased while making the myconic, as mastery of fungus in all its forms, myconic, knowledge of the secret language of ancient fungus creatures. So I wonder if, yeah, making those spore bombs. Huh. Kind of want to. All right, I should have paid attention to that. So I'm gonna do that real quick. If I can, I'm gonna make one more. No, not parasol flakes. Yep. Okay. Mycology, not myconic. So what is myconic? So how do we level myconic? That is the question. I wonder if... No. It wouldn't be from farming. Yeah, mycology. Or foraging. I think you get foraging from picking mushrooms. Oh well, I'll figure that out. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned with it. Although I know one of these you gotta level to a certain degree to get into the cave or whatever. And talk to them and do more. Which there's certainly not a lack of anything to do in this game anyway. So boiled crab. We need salt, more water, and crab meat. Yeah. Let's go ahead and crab meat. So we're gonna go ahead and prepare all our crab meat. Crystal Light, my favorite. Well, this thing is kind of lagging out right now. Come on, baby. That's giving us credit in fishing. Where is our fishing? Well, that ain't too bad. Yeah, I did a lot of fishing when I first started playing. Just every time I ran around Cerbal, I was stopping in and grabbing them crabs and clownfish and stuff. Kind of started working on a water set of gear. Some swim speed buffs and breathing buffs and stuff. Probably put a little more effort into it later. So, all right, we gotta go get us some water and salt. And I'm gonna check Feanor real quick and see. You know what else I'm gonna do? Oh. See if he's got any water. Salt. I don't need that many. How many do we need? 1 salt. Okay. Do you sell water? You do not sell water. So you sell water? Come on, you're the grocery guy. You don't sell water for cheaper than 100 gold? Oh, man. Dang it. Kevin Rudd, that's our man right there. That's our homie. Buying stomachs off us and shoot, you know what? Well, I'm thinking about that. Damn it. Stop, dude. You're lagging me out. Oh, come on. These damn boxes. Oh, damn it. He rejected me. He rejected my fucking friend request. How do you... Oh, shoot. How do I do this? Damn it. Slash tell? Everyone's got to make things hard. Trying to make a deal. Sell some stuff. It talks about I have an idea. I've been told what I think those undeer juice and undeer juice, unpig juice go for, but bottle. Oh, I hate. There's got to be a better way to get bottles, man. I need to do some researching, find me out a better way. Let's get some empty bottles. Red rose seeds. Red rose seeds. Oh, some other stuff here too. Basic caustic ink. So there's something else we were gonna do. Leveling. It required making caustic ink or buying it. I'm not sure. Just make sure there's no decent deals on here. Even though it's probably silly. I'm sure most people don't even buy stuff off the... Damn it. Alright, we're we're gonna go into I'm going to Gorgon Market and yeah, game talk. Terris. Man, I'm horrible at this. For now, I'm just gonna buy what we need to boil the crabs. That should be good enough. That was the second time I started talking to this Kevin Rudd dude, and he just stopped talking, replying. All right. Buy them from Yetta. Yetta. Alright, well, let's go into the wiki and we're just going to hit up where Yetta is. Yetta. I think she's in Edible Keep. Yes, Edible Keep.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on? Oh, he's probably in Discord. Hey, you in Discord?
Yeah, I just jumped in. You hear me okay?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Not much. How are you today?
Oh, shit. Hey, dude. Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, did you see the message that I sent in the game Discord there?
Yeah, the last private message?
No. You asked a question on the game Discord.
Oh, shit.
And I answered it. You can go to Eltabule and you can buy bottles. One of them sells bottled water for 50 and one of them sells fertilizer for 45. So you just buy a shit ton of fertilizer and you either use it or you just dump it out because it's 45 councils. So then you get the bottle that way.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, and that's no. I was out there and I remember running into her and I think I noticed that and I just forgot. But yeah, it was bad. I seen who it was. I just didn't put two and two together because you know we have three different names we're dealing with half the time.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Cool. Yeah, I might head out there later or something, but I was just trying to wrap up some of these work order things, and I was just talking about it, and I'm like, man, there's got to be a better place to get bottles rather than paying 100 council.
Yeah, and even if you're in Cerbal Hills and you don't want to run all that way, Justin Patton, I think his name is, the dude on the farm that's like just south of the inn, or Julius Patton. He sells them for 75 bottled water. Terris is basically the worst person to buy from for that, but sometimes she's all you got.
Yeah, exactly. On that, it's like I was saying, I have not gone far out. I mean, I've been to Edible. I went there to get my tailoring. I did my thing with that. But just in general, like exploring and getting out, I'm having a hard time getting myself to get out of Cerbal and really get around. So.
Well, this lag issue is plenty of motivation for me, man. I've just been out trying to do anything I can not in that zone.
You know, it's weird. And I was just talking about this. A lot of people are been complaining since I logged in about Cerbal right now.
Yeah. Did you read the dev blog a few days ago or a week ago?
On lag? No. Or wait, the last one?
Yeah.
Uh, I read the one that was probably a week or so ago.
Oh, yeah, not the one that was like yesterday or whatever, but hold on just a second. Yeah, the one last week that announced knife fighting and priest also talked about why the lag is happening. And the short of it is Unity isn't equipped to handle this many people. It wasn't designed to. And so the Unity people need to do a fix. They put one out and it was crashing people. So the PG people are waiting for them to release an official fix and not an experimental one. And when that happens, the lag should be amazingly better, basically.
Yeah, well, and that's so. Yep, I read that. I actually ended up going to the Unity site, and I started watching a bunch of videos on Unity. I actually purchased some of the Oh, I gotta talk to this guy real quick. Cool. Well, that worked out well. Yeah, so I got into it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go research Unity. So I started researching Unity. Next thing you know, I purchased 3 of the online courses to learn how to make games. So yeah, I'm like all getting all crazy with this shit. But yeah, so I did a lot more research on what they were talking about and just the animation attributes and stuff. And the one of the founders had a video from I think just like a couple months ago that they did at one of the big whatever's game engineer shows or whatever, and he had actually got in explaining the threading for that stuff. So if you read the dev blog and you watched the founders of Unity, his video, it puts 2 and 2 together and explained it all. But yeah, the game engine, when you see this game, you're like, when I first seen it, I was like, is this an old ass engine, or what's going on with it, or
It's cutting edge.
yeah, I know, right? Isn't that crazy? I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. No, the graphics are an intentional throwback, and that's what people don't seem to get. Like, oh, are the graphics going to get better? No. No. I mean, they might round it out or polish it up a little bit, but this is pretty much what they want.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. In which I'm fine with too. I mean, the game itself, just the way they've written it is what really captures me. And the graphics, really, the graphics aren't bad. Like if you crank it up.
No, and the animations aren't bad. It's nothing as bad as like EverQuest or Asheron's Call or Dark Age of Camelot, and yet it still gives you that feel, which is a really interesting trick that I think that they pulled off.
No, yeah, hands down. No, I fell in love with it, man. It's crazy. I mean, especially after hell, what was it? So the first time I logged on, I admit I had a little bit of an issue, and then I was like, you know what? I got to give it another shot. And after that second time, I was just flat hooked. I mean, I can turn WoW on. I still play my Wild West online a little bit, but yeah, I can't get myself away from this game.
Yep, it is. It's really good. I mean, the hangouts are addictive, like, because you always want to make sure that your dude is, doing the right hangouts and stuff. And just the leveling system to me is fun. It's grindy, but not in a bad way. It doesn't feel like a Korean grindy game like Terra. It's the grinding is fun. You're building. I think, and that's got to do with the pacing of it. It feels like you're making a continual progression. So even though it is grindy, you get that reward kick often enough that it's still fun.
Yeah, no, hands down, that's kind of yeah, that's a good way to explain it, because that's the way I look at it. Is it's still grindy, but there's like diversity to it, to where It's not just like, oh, you're this level and then you're going to do this and then you just got to keep doing the same thing over and over. There's kind of more of a dynamic to what you're doing,
Right.
because you get to
It's
combo
like
shit and
yeah, it's a sandbox grind, you know, as opposed to a linear grind.
yeah, there you go. Perfect wording.
Nope, it's very fun to me. I'm loving it. My girlfriend loves it. You know, she was a little skeptical, especially about the $40 price point, and it's been no regrets since. You know, I was looking earlier today, and I bought the game like 18 days ago, and I've got 180 hours on it. You know, 10 hours a day since I bought it, basically. On
Holy
average.
shit.
Oh yeah, you know that's you know the weekends we play more and some days we play less, but you know it's been our game since we got it.
Drop some of this stuff off. Yeah, no, that's where I'm at. I haven't been able to play as much as I want, and I still got my other games I'm trying to pay attention to, but I'm having a hard time getting away from this thing when I do have free time. And then this game in general, because of what it is, I mean, I just kind of was like, oh man, you know, maybe I'll stream it because I just thought it'd be cool. And then the more I got into it, the cooler and cooler I thought, you know, streaming was and making videos. And it's just like kind of like the perfect entry point for me, because I just started, so I can kind of carry it on through.
Yeah, you just started both of the two different things, so you know they're growing together.
Yeah, and it's just going well. I mean, I'm enjoying it. You know, it is what it is. I'm not doing it for, I have no plans on using it for money or nothing. So
Right. Yeah, I have been thinking about starting the same thing, especially now that I'm going to be doing game reviews.
yeah. So what's going on with that? Well, I haven't checked. I'm gonna have to go check that out and find out what these sites are. But what's kind of the whole story with that?
I'm at the logging camp. Let me get out of this fight real quick. I'll explain. Oh well, I cause of death perforated. I guess I'm out of that fight. So a while back, I started watching a streamer. Actually, it was a couple of dudes called Bottom Tier, and I thought they were fun. And so then they had a Discord, and I jumped on that. I forget. Oh, you know, it was because I was looking into some superhero MMOs, and I'll get to that later. But you know, they were cool, so I got on the Discord, and then they started saying, you know, sharing their links about the reviews that they do for MMO Huts and on RPG. And I got to talking to them like, hey, you know, which were you doing first? How did you get into the writing? How did you get into streaming? And just chit-chatting with them. They were very approachable. And, you know, he's like, well, you know, this and that, and this is how I did it. And, you know, hey, Jamie right there is the boss. You know, if you ever want to talk to her. And, you know, so I did. And just said, hey, you know, I really like writing and I love video games. Been playing them forever. And, you know, do you guys ever have like guest writing? You know, I'll just do a couple articles for you for free. Just, you know, maybe make a resume a little bit. And she was like, oh yeah, absolutely, we can do that. And so I wrote the one review for a game called Eco Global Survival, which is quite fun. And then just a few days ago, she said, hey, you know, we're having some staffing changes, and if you want paid work, we can do it. You know, you'll be freelance, very, very part-time, but, you know, that's like I said, a resume pattern that I'm happy to take.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds awesome for sure.
You know, and yeah, it's like MMO Huts is like any of those other online, you know, MMO listing and reviews and stuff like that. You know, it's probably not going to get a ton of traffic. I'm not going to get rich or famous doing this, but it's a foot in the door in the industry. You know, it's like I said, it's resume, portfolio, whatever you want to call it, and I'm getting paid to do it. So
Yeah, no, hands down. That's the right attitude about it too. You know, just do what you can do and be happy with it and see where it goes.
right, it's kind of like what you're doing here. You know, it's yeah, you could probably push it and try and make money on it. You know, but if you do what you have fun with, and then kind of let the money come along as it comes.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. You know, it's not like I'm definitely not into turning money down. So if it ever turns into something, and I've already, like, the more I've gotten into it, as soon as I realized that I did enjoy it, I mean, I have no problem spending my own money to make things better. So I'll continue to improve and make it better, and I have no problem doing that. But yeah, I mean, if it ever goes somewhere crazy, you know, cool. And if not, I just meeting people, or like meeting you, you know, just
Right.
because I enjoyed doing what I'm doing, you came across, and hey, now I got someone to talk to. So
Sure, yeah, totally.
I actually had four or five of the guys from our WoW guild pop over, and they started playing, and I think they all really got into it. They're I don't know how dedicated they're going to become to it, but I'm going to try to work on them more and more.
Yeah, I think once you get to a certain point, the game is just like it gets its hooks in you and you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
And part of that might actually just be finding the right like class combo or weapon combo, you know, because I think the psychology sword like was okay when I started off with that. I used to love crowd control in like EverQuest and Dark Age of Camelot and all those. So that's kind of what I wanted to try through this game. And so, you know, of course, I ended up trying psychology, and it was okay. But now that I'm doing this Necro Bard thing, oh, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I want to experiment more and more, but and that's something I have an issue with. Everything I do, I think it's called being analytical. So I like dissect things, I get hung up on things, and then I got to try to do this thing, and so when I start letting myself get more characters, and you know I did the same thing a while. Next thing you know, I have 4 warlocks, 4 fucking rogues, 4 fucking, you know, I got 4 every class, and it's just like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And I'm trying real hard not to do that with this game yet, because I want to just really enjoy the game. And I've already made my second character that I'm going to focus on mentalism and battle elixir. I really want to do battle
Oh,
chemistry.
the battle chemistry. I really want to get up to that too. As a matter of fact, my other character is knife fighting and animal handling. And the idea was that, you know, knife fighting is kind of like the sneaky backstabby weapon set. And so I wanted to try and make something that could tank for itself. Like it's got abilities that you can only use it if the enemy isn't paying attention to you. So I was like, well, what if I have a pet, right? So that's why he went animal handling, and it's working pretty well. But I do want to try the battle chem because of the pet that it comes with as well.
Yeah, you know, that's a great point. I hadn't really put that much thought into it yet, but sorry, I'm probably gonna have to take my push to talk off here in a minute so I can play and talk.
That's cool. Yeah, I've got push to talk as well, and it's but I did mute it, so I might just take it off as well.
Yeah, I keep it like that, you know, because you get in these groups where you got 4 or 5, 10 people, and I just rather keep it closed unless I'm talking, because I don't talk that much. But my guy right now, so Rancid Angel, that was like the first. As soon as I found out there was knife fighting or knife, you know, combat, I went and picked that up. So I have archery. I had archery from the beginning, and I figured there'd be kind of a good synergy there, which it is. I enjoy it. But as I start getting further into the knife fighting and realizing that there is these moves like whatever that gut or something like that, if the enemy isn't paying attention. So I was like, well, what the hell? Now, how does that work? So you must have to be in a group and so on and so forth. And then I think there's even something I seen that had mentioned sneak or being sneaky or something, or unseen. And I was like, at some point, do you get like something that makes you be able to sneak up on people? But now that you brought up the animal handling, that's probably the best synergy to that knife build would be animal handling.
Yep. Yep. You could try Necromancer, but I haven't really had a lot of luck with them tanking. And even with animal handling, it's kind of a pain sometimes to get the animals to tank, but when you do, like on bosses and stuff like that, it does work. And they can do some those attacks are crazy good.
Yeah, I definitely want to try it out at some point. But I think the animal handling, and even with now that I've found out more about battle chemistry, battle chemistry, you have to be level 40 in alchemy before you can even get into it. So
you've got to be level 40 in like a lot of shit for a battle alchemy, or battle chemistry, from what I understand. Like, it's got a lot of prereqs, but it's also really studly.
right, and that's why I'm like, okay, well, so you're gonna have a lot of work to get to get that class going, but that's kind of where my heart is on the next one. And I just figured, like, when I get around to where I want with this character, and that's also the cool thing about the game, well, I can just go ahead and pick up animal handling and just get rid of archery. So
Yep. Yeah. You're not stuck in anything. So if you want to do it on that character, you can. And then you can power level your own alt, basically. You can use one of your stronger classes to fight stuff while you're leveling your lower class.
yeah, no, so it's awesome. I mean, I don't see myself wanting to make like a bunch of different guys, but definitely a couple of them where they just have different strengths to make it better as you change her.
Like, I know I could do everything on this one character if I wanted, but I kind of want one that does, like I said, crowd control, one that's more tanky, one that does like range GPS, stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you love these games, I think everyone's the same. At some point, you got to do everything.
Right, exactly. And again, like I said, I could do it all on this one, but I kind of want to spread it out just for the sake of gear, if nothing else. But that doesn't necessarily mean all of them need to have all of the skills either, though. Like especially the craft stuff. Some of it gives synergy, but not all of it. So.
Right. Good point. Not to mention there is a little, well, not a little bit, but a lot to having more than just one tune on this game. I mean, the whole storage space thing, I don't know what I was saying. It took me 2 weeks before I figured out, oh yeah, a bank alt, duh.
Yeah, I've got a mule alt as well. I actually call it mule deer. I made the mistake of making it a deer because I had the potion laying around, and then didn't realize that I wouldn't be able to talk to some of the people that have storage without buying it. I was like, oh, that was stupid.
Oh, well, so now with that, I don't know how you did that, but you can just get one of those on deer juices, right?
Yeah, I can. I'm not too worried about it though because it's just a holding character. So, and you can talk to Hulan and give him like 5 of those ancient bronze coins, and he'll let you access him. And I had him laying around, so it's fine. Although I did find out how to become a cow, and I have some of the power words, which again, if you're not doing, you should. But the power words let you take cow off without a potion or anything. So I might play around with cow pretty soon.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've heard cow and pig are good tanking classes.
Yep. And For a large part of it, it's just that I want to be able to go and talk to some of the Sunvale people that are mostly animals. Like there's Animal Town and stuff like that. So I want to be able to get the recipes that they have for crafting, but to do that, you have to be in animal form.
So I'm reading Discord right now, and Grayfin, which actually has been a pretty cool dude since I started playing this game, keeping up with everything. But he had mentioned in response to my question that you had answered too. He said that he prefers getting bottles from drops, off of certain mobs and such, and that's all great. He's got a great point, and that's kind of the way I approached it when I first started. I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm going to just go farm everything. And I think I was farming like Anagog Island, the spider caves.
Yep.
But that slowly got to a point where it was like, again, I was being, I think, just obsessive about shit. And I was like, holy F, I cannot simply farm everything that I need in this game. Because I'm getting nowhere, because I'm trying to literally farm everything.
Yeah, same here. And I've avoided it up to now, and I'm happy that I did. But I am getting to the point where I have enough wealth that I can buy some things. But man, they need to fix the market. They need to do something over there to make it more of a user-friendly interface.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just make it so it's easier to actually engage and utilize the whole thing. I mean, even a simple search.
Right, and that's what's being talked about as the most likely thing. There's going to be like a search index where it'll tell you like what vendors are selling the item. They won't necessarily tell you the price of the item. But yeah, it's just too much of a hassle to go from stall to stall, find out who's selling it and at what price and blah blah blah, just to make sure you don't get jacked in price.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one thing to make it's one thing, in my opinion, to make an MMO that has the ability to engage you so much that you can play hundreds of hours a week if you so choose. But it's another thing to force it to where I log on, I have 2 hours to play, and I literally realize I've done nothing but bounce around to NPCs looking for something.
Yep, it's very frustrating. And people, they don't use the trade chat much. Some of them do. There's a couple specifics that do, but it's hard to get through some of that stuff. And to be honest, because of that, I just haven't used the economy in the game very much. Like you said, I've been up the mentality just farm.
And that's exactly what I've been kind of going through the last couple of days. Same thing, trying to use trade chat and realizing that there people just don't utilize it that much, And it's like, man, I'm not going to sit here and trade literally for 2 hours trying to sell something. I would rather do something else.
Yep, I agree. And the other thing too that kind of bothers me is that the shops are player gated. Basically, like you have to go either pay a big bunch of money or go and do those industry quests so that you can get your industry score high enough. I think it's like 20,000 if you don't have the industry and 1,000 if you do. So I mean that's significant for this team.
Yeah, no, and that's actually exactly what I'm working on right now. It's kind of what I was streaming was about raising industry, and so I started with work orders today just to start taking that initiative, because soon I can tell like there's some things I'm working on like my fletching and stuff like that, cooking. Some of these I've put almost my entire game time into leveling these, so why not set something up to where I can sell it and try to, make an attempt to engage in the economy.
Yep. Not to mention the work orders are pretty profitable on their own legs.
Yeah, I just literally just started messing with them, so I'm hoping I see that. Because like right now I'm like the water thing. That's why I was asking about the water thing. Because once I get into it, I was like, oh shit, I'm at to the point where I gotta literally go buy 1,000 councils worth of water to give them away for a order that's paying me 76 council.
Right. No good.
And I'm not complaining. I mean, it's obviously I'm learning things, and there's obviously things in the game that you'll learn and improve and change. But it was just, I was like, oh shit, well, I better figure this one out.
Yep, and like you say, thankfully there is a better way.
Yep, exactly.
Ooh, that was close. I almost died. Got armor patch 4 though.
Ugh.
This build that I'm running is a lot of fun, but it's a little bit dangerous sometimes. It's I'm using the Song of Discord, which is a point blank AoE that pulses. So it's a channeled kind of thing, but you can do other things while you're running it, and it's a lot of fun.
All right, so
I run it with Necromancer.
I better turn him down a little bit.
And a fear spell and drain.
I'm afraid he's.
I'm having fun with it, but it can chain, like the enemies can stack on you pretty bad.
How much we're picking up of him, and I
do a lot of running away.
Want you guys to hear him. I've been talking to Terris here for a couple of days now, and he joined on the stream I did back, I think, like Monday or whatever, and he's definitely liking the game and a good person to talk to. And so I want to make sure you guys hear him. I'm sorry, what's that?
I said 30 points of Goblinese, 5 more to go.
So where are you fighting? Are you fighting them somewhere?
Yeah, over in Serval Hills on the far east side, there's a logging camp and then a road. It's basically all Goblin territory along the east side of the map. And so the road goes all the way down to a camp, and there's a couple of little like guard posts along the way. And it's a good place to just run around and kill them. The loot's not great, but it's sellable,
Yeah, no, I'd one of the other guys had mentioned it, and I haven't even gotten half the map cleared, but yeah, it sounded like fun. I was interested in going down there. I like fighting goblins.
Yep, and these ones are a lot easier than what's in the dungeon. Probably like half the health and
So yeah, we're gonna head north here. If you guys see the map, this is where that graveyard is in the crypts, and up over here, there we go, that's where the work order station is. So northeast a bit from Serval, but we're gonna run up there and turn our work orders in.
For me, it's that Goblinese, because to get Wave of Darkness, you have to be able to talk to an NPC in Eltabule, and he is a goblin, so you have to be able to speak his language, which is kind of cool. But also, like, I have to level Goblin to 35, which is a bit of a grind.
Yeah, but and that's like where we get back into the whole grindy thing. Hey, yeah, it's still grindy in ways, but tell me that's not cool. Like, the way that's just the...
I absolutely love that setup. I really do. And like you said, yes, it's grindy, but there's different ways you can do it, and you can get, it's only as grindy as you make it. Like, I want that spell, so I'm pushing it very hard, but you can take your time at it. It's all about your priorities. And
exactly.
that's what I'm telling people about the lag in Serval. Like, yeah, you might not be able to do what you want to do right this second, but that doesn't mean you can't find something else in this game to do that's not insertable. You know, people are like, oh, it's unplayable. And I'm like, only if you insist on being insertable. Get out of that town. Go play the rest of the game. You know, it's not the only zone.
Oh yeah, you know, and now going back to that a little bit too. So people were talking about when I logged in, it was, you know, lag, 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 and of course we all know that Serb will lag. But so you have that animation lag from, you know, the CPU threads trying to process more or too many. Okay, well you have that lag. Well, then you have that lag where you remember them days where they were doing the poetry stuff and there was like 100, 200 people in the inn and you couldn't talk to an NPC.
Yep.
Well, so now you have two, like, so when I hear people complain about lag, I'm like, well, okay, well, there's two major lags there, and it's like, which one are you talking about? Now, if you're talking about the entity one, it is what it is. It's not, you know, you adjust your entity setting and you move on with life. But yes, the lag where you can't communicate with the NPCs, that sucks.
It does, but you know what? It's not the end of the world. You know, it's a few seconds wait. It's, you know, I get in there, I do my business, and then I get out of serval. You know, if I'm
Yep.
having that much of a problem. So
Right, and that's exactly it. But you know now, so and this is, so that's a good point. That's the first point is, hey, you know, it is what it is. Do your thing, get out. Okay. The second thing is, does everybody forget that this is an alpha or beta? Maybe I think it's beta now.
they always do every game, and yeah, it's barely beta. And the devs have communicated; they have acknowledged it. You know, I was having a problem with one of the dudes in um, on the Discord because he was whining about the lag, and I'm like, dude, okay, we get it. And he's like, well, they should fix it. They shouldn't just sit there and blame Unity. I'm like, but it's Unity's fault. They can't just fix it. Okay. And he's like, well, everybody needs to stop being, it's all fine, everything's fine. I'm like, dude, literally nobody is saying that. The devs aren't saying that. The players aren't saying that. Nobody is saying that. Just stop. You know, they've got this defeatist, sky is falling mentality. And it's like, just stop.
Yeah, you know what? And I think I remember seeing that conversation. I probably read that conversation that was going on, and in my perspective a lot now too with kind of do what I'm doing with the stream stuff. I'm trying to be as complacent as possible and not jump into things where I can already tell, like, yeah, I probably don't need even to talk because this is gonna get me saying things I don't want to.
Right. Yeah, thankfully the Dalbo spot will censor me because otherwise I will unleash people like that. And you know, I need now that, especially if I'm playing a game professionally, you know, if I'm writing a review for it, I gotta really be careful about that stuff. But this is my game. I paid for it. If I want to cuss someone out, I'm gonna cuss them out.
Yeah, well, and you're right. Yeah, you take it like you're trying to do something with the industry, and you don't want to end up being that guy that just acts. It goes back to the logic: two wrongs don't make a right. So now I'm trying to train myself to, like, okay, these people are dumb or just assholes or whatever it is. So it's like, all right, just don't even get into it, Stan, because you know once you do, it's too late.
Is it worth my headache? Yep, I know. But
There's
that guy had pissed me off about a couple other things, so I was being petty. I'll admit it. But like, I don't know. The community of the game is 99% gold, and the rest, that 1%, is stanky shit. It's like, for the most part, everybody's really cool, but then you get some of the just real Barons chat kind of stuff going on global sometimes, and you know, the jokes about rape and the racist comments and stuff like that. And it's a very select few people, but I'm one of the ones that will always speak out against it. I don't think it's okay. I don't think rape jokes are ever funny. That's my personal take on it, and apparently the devs too, because they did tell some people like, "Hey, that is the end of that. You will get no more warnings."
Right. No, absolutely. There's definitely certain conversations and attitudes and things are just totally above and beyond, like, okay. But then there's, some of them conversations that are just like, Jesus, what was it? A few days ago, I was in Cerbul Hills when the first time I went there, and there was people. They're probably global, and I had the all tab on, but they were talking about some dumb stuff, and along their conversations, they started talking about being an adult and a kid and all this stuff. And as I'm reading this, and these people are like, "Oh, I'm a grown adult and da da da, and I'm 30 some years old and da da da." And finally, I only made one comment, but I was just like, I said something like, "Isn't it apparent who the children are here in the conversation?" And it was so funny because my comment, like, you had to be completely blind to not catch on to what I was meaning. But it actually ended up striking a whole new conversation with these fools, and they just started going a whole different direction about kids and video games. And I was just like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me?" And it actually ended up being humorous, and that's all I said. And I never said another thing, and no one even commented like back to me. They just went off their tangent the other direction.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, what are you gonna do? But like I said, I try not to do because so much of the community is good, helpful, friendly. I've got a really good guild that I don't even remember the name of, to be honest, but it's just the people. Let's see, Guardians of Asgard is actually what it is. But they're chill, they're super helpful, and that's what most of the people in the game are. Unfortunately, and it seems like, I hate this term, but it's the internet. You get that vocal minority of just really foul people, and they kind of stick out.
So there we go. I know we were kind of deep in conversation there, and I didn't comment or commentary, whatever.
But anyhow, it's a fun game, and I'm playing the crap out of it. And lag or no lag, you gotta choose. If it's that bad, if it's unplayable, then why are you sitting around bitching about it for 3 hours? Go do something else.
And that's exactly it. I mean, you have all those grounds that are just like the root of this whole what it is. And if you're gonna sit here and something bothers you and you understand what it is, it's like, go find something else to do. I mean, why sit around and complain about a goddamn video game and waste all your time worrying about something when you're in this? Stop playing alpha games or early releases. Go play a finished game.
Right. And it's the same kind of mentality. Some people always want the game to change to suit their play style. And it's like, no, dude, you have to adjust your play style to play the game that the developers put in front of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. Yeah. And the more you pay attention to forums and reviews and shit like that, that is exactly what. Hell, I don't know. Complaint-wise, if you took all the complaints, probably 75% of them are all self-bias, empowered fucking cries or complaints, or isn't it about me and what I want?
Yep, I agree.
I mean, another perfect example of that was, I think that same dev post where they had mentioned, where he had mentioned that when they get to it, they were going for the higher level people, trying to balance things out. They were going to do some resets or some whatever, lowering some of the mods and stuff to try to balance things out. And he had mentioned, look, we can do it like this, or I can do it like this. And if you really read and pay attention and you think about things for a second, he was more offering like I can do it in increments to see where we're at each time, and then get response out of it. And then, you know, if we got to do another one, we do another one, or we could just rip the Band-Aid off and do it all at once, and then see where you guys are at. And in almost anybody that responded, what did they say? Oh, just do it, just do it and get it over with. Do it and get it over with. And you're like, do realize that if he does it once and goes all to this, well, then you're going to cry that he got squashed too much, and then he's going to want to bump it out. And guess where you're going to be? You're going to be back to multiple things going back and forth and back and forth. Why don't you just let the dev, who is the professional, do it how he knows is the best route to that end goal, which is true balance?
Because people want instant gratification, you know, and they don't understand, you know, the whole premise of good things come to those who wait and yada yada. But you know, that's, I hate to be the old guy, but kids these days, you know.
Right. No, and that you're right. Yeah, you can sum almost all of it up into instant gratification issue, and that's. And I get it. I know I'm the same way. I'm kind of like, oh man, I don't want to wait. I want this now. But there's just, yeah, man, there's a point where you just got to stop and say, hey, you're the professional.
There's just certain things that the developers can't do. You know, like I said, that one guy wanting them to wave a wand and fix the Unity issue, and he's like, well, until the Unity issue gets fixed, they're not going to get more players, and it's going to cost them money, and they're just going to be their little niche game. Dude, they can't do anything about it. Get over
it. Yep, absolutely. Well, the next stream I'm going to call it Terris and Stanley's Rants, or 2 cents.
Well, maybe we'll have gotten the rants out of the way. And yeah, I did get my name right, Terris, on the first go.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, I was sitting there and I'm trying to think, how can I get it to where I can find out if I'm saying it right? And then you're like typing out like TARI. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, as I was typing it though, you were saying it right, and I was like, no, you had it right the first time. I think I actually typed it more confusing the first time, so but we got it squared.
Yeah, no, it worked. That's all that matters. So with those game reviews, you're gonna be going like play testing and getting into multiple games to like review them.
Yep. And some of them I might get a little bit hooked on, but I'll probably still be playing a lot of PG. But like my first actual paid assignment is gonna be a game called Aeonia. And it's not out yet, but it's EONIA on Steam. You can search it. Comes out May 24th, and it's listed as like an adventure RPG. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that assessment, but it is a cool little game. It's very visually striking, and so it's maybe kind of like Link. Like you have to go to this point and kill this thing, and then run over here and do this thing, so that you can unlock this passage so you can do the next thing, and then you have to run way back to where you started so that you can do the thing, and it's cool.
Yeah, I'd be interested to check it out.
Yep. Well, like I said, I'll have the review. Hopefully it'll be up within about a week, maybe 9 days. And I'll probably link it in the the Discord again on the off-topic channel.
Yeah, for sure. Shoot me stuff as you get it too, and I'll make sure to comment and do what I can. I'm probably need to start figuring out something to get a little more traffic through this channel. I got this other game I'm playing with another guy that streams, and I was trying to get something set up with him, hoping I could get some cross subscriptions going or something, but
yeah. And on that note, I was gonna say, if you give me, if I don't know, it like
oh, I still
subscribed to your channel, but I didn't get an announcement, or maybe I did and it just went to my spam folder. Hold on. Yeah, see, I didn't get any kind of announcement that you were starting the stream. But if you like shoot me a private message link on Discord when you're gonna stream, I can share it with that other channel, the bottom tier folks, and if they're around, they might jump on and watch it. Especially if you're gonna be giving away a copy of the game. There's a couple of them that I would love to get into it.
oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, what I want to do now that I know this setup works, I'm gonna try to do it this weekend. I'm gonna do a I'm gonna take I think it was Grayfin's. I think it's Grayfin's guide, and I'm actually gonna do like a beginning tutorial with that new character I made, and I'm gonna kind of do a walkthrough of his game guide, visually, and then I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna upload that, and then I'm gonna do the stream where, if everybody shows up, I'll tell them what to do, and if I get the response, that's the way I'm gonna. Basically, what I'm gonna do to do the giveaway is if they subscribe and then they go to that video and they leave a comment. So I'm trying to think of a clever way to do it, but yeah, if they leave a comment, and in that comment, that's how I will, pick the number. So or whatever. I try to be clever with it to where it gets something done, but it also proves that you're being fair about it, I guess.
Right. You can do different things like raffles on it. Let me do a little searching for that, and I'll shoot you something, because what you can do is put a link in, like, those little bubbles or whatever that you can put on the videos.
Oh yeah.
You put a link in one of those, right? So say, hey, you have to watch the video. The link will be displayed. You click the link, and then you go and you can enter your name, and then I'll be randomly selecting a name from the list, and whoever I select gets a free copy of the game.
Yeah, I like to play around with it too. I don't want to just do the same thing all the time, and so I want to come up with different ways and different giveaways, and really put some effort into it. So whatever kind of new clever things I can do, it'd be fun.
Sure. Oh my god, I get so many amulets. I don't want the amulets. Give me something else.
For what?
Oh, just as drops. Like, I seem to get more amulets than anything else. Like, probably at a 3-to-1 ratio. Either like 3 amulets for any other 1 piece of gear, like, or for all of the other pieces of gear. It's just ridiculous. Which makes leveling Terris easy, but other than that.
Right.
Did you try the thing I suggested with Ivan?
Which one?
Potato seeds? Buy a stack of potato seeds.
Oh, you know what? I never did. I forgot you even said that, because I actually I started doing his hangout quests, and then what else did I do? I did something, prepared food. I had so much food that I just made a ton of food that I had stocked. Yeah, and then I gave it to him, and then I was like, bam, I got it. And yeah, I forgot all about you mentioning that. But on that note, I don't know if you know, does his inventory space grow as you get further level in favor?
Pretty sure it does.
Yeah.
Most of them do, so.
Oh, there's even more reason then. I'm actually going to try to... I'm going to do that right now before I forget. That's damn cow farm.
this is interesting. So there's these control bowls around Serval Hills that have like some kind of looks like an octopus symbol, like the Ranelin. I'm not sure what exactly they do, but it just said location unlocked. So I'm wondering if that's some kind of teleportation type thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's what the bowls are. One of the other guys actually, when they came on, that was one of the first things they did, and they're like, "Hey, did you know there's teleport bowls here in Serval Hills?" And I was like, "Nope."
Yeah, there's nobody could know everything about this game. It's just not possible. I don't think there's just so much. I'm sure you could learn a whole lot of it and still have things that you just had no idea.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why I was kind of commenting. As long as I've been playing already, and I'm still level 25 on my main combat, I haven't been out of Serpent Hills. I'm like, at this pace, it's going to take me 3 years to max my character out.
Oh yeah, and there's some players that have been around that long, from the alphas, and I imagine like even if you did make it that long, you could always make an alt and still enjoy the game. I really think so. This is a very worthy investment at $40.
Well, yeah, and then you got to think too where they were. If you go back and you read the history and where they started and what they've been through and where they're at now, I mean they're now on that fast track of the game developing. It's
Yeah.
I feel bad for the people that have been here for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. But now, yeah, the next couple of years, I think we're going to start seeing like major content, gameplay, whatever they call it, life, whatever.
Improvements and content and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and too though, it's a 3-person team. Saitan, Eric, and his wife Sandra, and then I don't even know who the third person is really, but you hear that's it. It's 3 folks, and one of them pretty much writes story. So that's a lot of work for 1 or 2 people to be doing, and it's a passion project for them. So I want to see it succeed. I want to see where it goes. I kind of wonder if there will ever be more than 1 server.
Yeah, well, all that's all going to come with growth, and now that they're on Steam, because you got to remember too, what they've been on Steam 2 months.
Yeah, and only just barely.
So, I mean, I've already heard from multiple sources that the that first month, the online, the average online number had literally quadrupled in the first month.
Right. Yeah, it went from like 150 to 600 or something like that. And again, that's part of the the lag issues and stuff like that, is that they had no chance they could anticipate that kind of rapid growth. They just couldn't.
No, exactly. And he even talked about that because, yeah, it's, you got prime time this and that, and you can't control when there's 100 people on 1 minute, and then next minute through your peak hours it's 600 people.
Right. So again, and then Unity even didn't know, because most games that run on Unity servers are like 75 people, at most. So now we're getting to this point of using Unity for MMOs, and this is the result. Unity's like, oh, we're gonna have to fix this.
Yeah, exactly. And if you really follow closely to everything that's going on, I mean, it's not like anybody that's involved with any of this, it's not like they're ignoring it. They're doing what they can, and just like any business, there's you know, certain things and processes you got to go through. You can't throw everything at everything, you know, all the time. So
Right, right. They're doing the best they can, as they can, as quick as they can. You know, I'm impressed that they're as communicative as they are. Sorry, I had to book it away from some goblins there for a second.
damn it.
Yeah, I think the devs really care. Again, it's a passion project for them, not a money grab or anything else.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, it really is.
And it's like that one dude I was saying, you know, he kept calling it a niche game, and it's like, you say that like it's a bad thing, dude. Like, maybe that's what the devs want, you know? And why do you have such a problem with that?
Yeah, that kind of shit I just don't get. Like, especially the amount of games that are out there now. I mean, why would you play a game if it's not the game for you? Why are you wasting your time? And that's fine that it's not for you, but then why complain that it's not for you? Like, just go find something else.
You know, did you ever see the Blade movie with Wesley Snipes, the first one?
Yeah, I know I did. I don't recall it very well.
Yeah, well, it's got one of my all-time favorite lines, and in the movie it makes no sense because the movie's kind of campy, but Wesley Snipes busts out like right before he kills the main bad guy. He's like, "Some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill." Made no sense given the context of the movie, but I just thought it was a great line.
No, that's still funny.
Yeah, it applies in this situation. Some people just gotta try and ice skate uphill, you know. For whatever reason, it's just in their nature, in their blood, whatever. And
right.
So I just kind of, all right, dude, you do you. You know, I've tried to talk some logic and sense with you, and you're still being all chicken noodle. So I give up.
Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Seemed like I'm just doing more talking with Terris than I am anything. So I don't know. It was fun. Thanks for joining me. Drop a like, dislike if you need. Please tell me why. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Try to keep getting this thing to take off. And got any comments, things you'd like to see or hear about?
Killers, though. Remember that? Like everything
Thanks.
that would come out. Oh, this is gonna be the wild killer.